Hey everybody, welcome to IGN Arena episode number 22. I am one of your hosts, Mitch Dyer, joined as always by Brian Albert.
What's up, everybody?
God damn it. Also, James Faulkner, welcome back.
Hi, we're doing a Dota cast today.
We are doing a Dota cast. This isn't all Dota cast because we have a very special Dota 2 guest, Ayesee Chambers from the Good Game Agency.
Thanks for having me in.
Welcome, man. So, who are you? Why are you here? Why,
We don't know this guy.
Last I checked, I bought you a beer, and you're like a stray cat. Like, you just always hang around.
Yeah, hey, maybe he'll buy another one if we just have him over.
No, it's gotten to know you over you guys, all of you guys. Worked with you some, I want to say last year around, was it GDC is when we met?
GDC, yeah.
Yes,
I tweeted you, and I was like, hey, are you there? And you're like,
Yep.
no, but just come on down. Yeah.
Yep, gave you the nickel tour of the office.
Yeah,
and
it was
all
nice.
that. But yeah, glad to be in, guys. And I know you guys are huge Dota fans. Last time we saw each other was the Good Game Agency acquire announcement. And
Yeah,
we
congrats.
had some drinks and
Twitch owns you guys now.
Some drink.
Amazon technically.
Amazon, which owns Twitch,
Yes.
which now owns also
And
Good Game Agency.
I don't know how the puzzle fits together.
Yeah.
I just know Amazon's on my checks now.
Right,
so.
there's like it goes like Amazon, then there's like Twitch and GG, and then EG's in there somewhere. Like,
Yeah.
So what is the Good Game Agency?
Good Game Agency, a collection of talent. Of course, it grew out of the original Evil Geniuses brand, and this is beyond my pay grade to talk about in depth, but just in broad strokes.
Yeah.
The Evil Geniuses brand obviously started as teams, going all the way back. I guess it's been 10 years now with Alex. CS:GO team originally, obviously expanded into other teams, made a big name, a big splash in StarCraft, and the thing is, working with big sponsors like Monster and other companies that would approach us, and when I use us, I'm using us present tense, past tense. When all of this started, I wasn't a part of the company.
Yeah.
So, but just a collection of talent that does a lot for a lot of different people. We have our teams, and that's one thing. We do initiatives with them, but we also work very closely with the companies to do launches and initiatives that most people generally have no idea we're even behind. So, like I do VO for a variety of projects. Then you have our video talent, et cetera, other talent, and also in a lot of ways acts as a representative agency as well. For example. Up until we were acquired, things have changed a little bit since then, but basically Good Game Agency acted as my booking agent, just like a professional athlete would have. They would seek out opportunities for me. They'd take a split. I would be farmed out that way. So it's a very deep company with a lot of different hats that everyone wears.
And primarily you're a caster, right? You mostly do casting for...
I was hired on as a caster to begin with. Anymore, it feels like I do more VO than anything else.
Okay.
I've done a ton of voiceover. Did some for Blizzard not long ago for BlizzCon, and a lot of other companies that just approach us and say, "Hey, we have a product or we have a brand that we really want to put in front of the esports audience. How can you do that?" Sometimes it's by sponsoring a tournament. Sometimes it's by sponsoring the company as a whole or working with the company directly, and then we slap them on everything. And sometimes it's just, "Hey, we're going to run some commercials and use some of our talent to give you that leg up, to give you that entrance point."
Yeah.
And like the last one I did was Cyber, PC gaming console. It had Fear and Universe in it. If you watched the D2L, you saw the commercial 1,000 times. And but yeah, like stuff like that. So I lend my talents to that. I also cast and occasionally act as a host and a few other things.
Yeah, I mean, most recently, this is what I want to talk about mostly with you, is you appeared in DIREBOYS, the Monster-sponsored little documentary about PPD, Evil Geniuses.
Leading up to TI4.
Yeah, it's like, telling the story about EG at TI4, and I've watched it twice. We had a screening
Amazing
yesterday.
work, isn't it? It's so
yeah,
good.
it's so good. Did you end up watching it?
I was not
You
able
haven't seen it
to.
yet.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Tell me a little bit about that project, because it looks like you had some involvement.
My involvement was mostly in orbit of it, whatever they
Okay.
needed, but it ended up not. They didn't need that much. To tell you the truth, all the shout outs and kudos go to three people in particular: Ryan Johnson, Anna Prosser Robinson, who StarCraft fans will know her as Jeff Robinson, In Control's wife, and she's been working with the company for a long time. And then, of course, Sean Green. Those that's kind of our video team, the production team. They do a lot of the HyperX initiatives and a few other things. That's all them. They shot the footage, they handled it, they edited it, they built the storyline. All I did was come in and say a few words. So I wish I could claim more credit.
You had the
really.
most succinct description of Dota 2 that I have ever seen. It was magical.
That's what they said. They just stuck a camera in my face and say, "Describe Dota 2 in your words." And that's what makes Good Games so great. Is every single person in that office is phenomenal at not just one thing, but a multitude of things. They're not just good at video editing or graphics. They're also good at building a storyline, at producing these kind of things. And that I just come in and sound loud and yell at a microphone, and they make it look good somehow.
Yeah.
So
I gotta say, your description of Dota 2 was really good. I try to think of it as like, if I try to tell my parents what I do, I have to kind of make this weird, convoluted, like, oh, I'm an internet guy.
Do
Like
stuff
your
on the
description
internet,
is
but-
very much like, okay, I'm just gonna give you a little.
I've had some practice. I've had some practice. It's with my own family too. I mean, everyone that works in gaming one way or another, and granted, the console types and people here at IGN probably have a little easier time than trying to explain. It's like, oh yeah, 15,000 people went to Key Arena to watch a bunch of teams play for an Aegis. That's a little bit more difficult, but we all fight that battle.
This monster drops it. It's fine. he has cheese. Just it's fine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's something that we all do, and maybe this is just. Maybe it's just the circles I run in, but it seems like it's getting to be an easier conversation, even with people that are completely on the outside. It really has jumped forward, and of course, Twitch's acquisition by Amazon initially, and it's even people that I don't know and don't know a lot about the industry. When I say Good Game Agency, they know that's related to Twitch somehow now, and it really is a marker for the growth that we have in the industry and the fact that we are becoming mainstream. I mean, I've been harping on this forever, and I feel like so many gamers have locked themselves into this mindset where we're this marginalized crew that everyone looks down on and pictures, from like the 1980s gamer stereotype. And I don't see that. I haven't seen that for a long, long time. And I'm a little older than the majority of the demographic, turned 30 in December. But more people are gamers now than aren't. Like whenever you look at the breakdown, every study that comes out, it depends, obviously the numbers flex, but it's more than 50% of people claim to play games, 4 to 8 hours a week. Yeah. So granted, we're a little bit more hardcore, but we all started there. We all started with something, be it playing in Nintendo as a kid, or hell, I know plenty of people that are in their mid-20s now that I've met for one reason or another who weren't gamers at all. They were jocks or they were just science nerds and that kind of thing. They enjoyed building rockets more than anything else. But then they get a gateway. For some, it's League of Legends. For some, it's Dota's not the best gateway game, I don't think. The learning curve's a little steep.
A little bit.
But, I mean, Hearthstone is a perfect example. Yeah. Those kind of games.
That's perfect.
Right. And you're beginning to see that really pick up in nerd is, I don't think it has a negative connotation anymore. Whenever I hear nerd and whenever I use it in the sense of someone who's just intensely passionate about their hobby and their interest, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
You can be a science nerd, a rocket nerd. I've known all of them. I've known hunting nerds, literally hunting nerds who will break out charts. This is going back to West Virginia where I'm from. You're talking good old redneck boy coal miners who would completely shatter that stereotype, but when you talk to them about certain things, they'll break down like charts, and they have these GPS things, and they'll tell you everything about their feeders. And where nerd is not a negative thing, and it doesn't just apply to the digital space anymore.
I agree with that. Yeah, I mean, just with Dota being such an impenetrable thing, too, I feel like something like DIREBOYS and especially something like Valve's free-to-play film are super important in making it more approachable. So good on you guys for getting that out there.
Yeah, it's our pleasure. Just glad everyone seems to be enjoying.
Yeah.
Peter's certainly a fun character to follow on his own. So.
That's on YouTube. It's free. It's 26 minutes long. You can just, look up DIREBOYS and definitely absolutely
watch it over lunch like we did with donut holes.
Yeah. We got chicken and donut holes and watched DIREBOYS. It was a good day.
We actually popped champagne in the office when we finally put that out.
Nice.
Yeah,
cool.
Well, they certainly deserved it.